twins. That's a rude remark, but it's true.
Brother Branham talks about the twins that come out of the Pentecostal movement. Now, I'm not talking about the Pentecostal movement in the 1904 or whenever that happened, but Brother Branham was talking about the Pentecostal movement that happened at the day of Pentecost, because he went on and said, even Paul said that these wolves would rise up. So this is a Pentecostal movement he was talking about. My take on this is that every angel, including Paul, which was the first church age messenger, that every angel produced these twins, okay, that they preached two messages. In the one message that they preached two, okay. One was to create this formal religion, the other, and to feed them so that they could grow into maturity, and the other one was to feed the spiritual twin so that he would have something to eat, and every angel produced that. The natural was a very big majority. Brother Branham said that the natural, I think in the church ages, the natural church that come out of every revival was the majority. And there were a very small group that was the spiritual.
Supernatural. One looked at the natural, intellectual, the other walked by the Spirit. It's always been that way. When the Lutheran Church came forth, let's take Pentecost first. Look at the Pentecostal birth. It brought forth a great, powerful revival that swept the known world. Pentecost. It wasn't long after Pentecost, even Paul said, that there would be man rise up among them with perverse things and would turn the people away from God. And that's just exactly what they done. It produces two.
And my belief is that Paul brought what the natural church needed to set up its church, set up deacons and things like this, and that he preached to that natural group. But he also preached to the spiritual group. That's why it's confusing. In the Bible, which Paul wrote most of the New Testament, he was talking to two groups of people. One would start a church, which eventually would ended up being the Catholic Church. And you can understand why they did this, because they was afraid that the church was going to go into fanaticism. That's every age. I believe I see the same thing happening in the message today with the pastors meeting and stuff, and the men's meetings and stuff. If you keep this message from try to keep this message from going into fanaticism, you'll create exactly the same thing that was created when the first one was tried to stop from going into fanaticism. You kill both of them, or you kill the true word, because it's just the nature of it. If you take a garden and spray the weeds, you're going to kill the fruit too.
And the true church was in the minority, always was and always has been. Let's go away into that self-reality. See? Remember, the true church has always been the little bitty group that's been pushed out of the other churches. The true church never was organized because it's not an organism. It is the mystical body of Jesus Christ living on earth. The Holy Spirit moving in these members.
It is the mystical body of Jesus Christ moving in these members. Okay. Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. He cannot see it. The man that is born of the Spirit, Jesus said, he was like the wind. You neither know whether he came nor whether he go. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. Because this spiritual man, he looks for spiritual leading. He seeks for something very deep down inside of him. He knows it's there. He feels it moving in him. And he seeks to connect with it and to bring that into his thinking, to seek what God has for him. He seeks for that. He hungers for it. It's like that song, Deep, Deep Calling. That's why most people don't understand a spiritual man. They do not get it at all. And the reason they don't get it is because he don't get it. He don't even know himself what he's going to do. And because he hungers, like I said, he just longs for that spiritual movement as God moves him in the ways that and places him where he wants him.